Level 1. The Runner. The door slams behind you. You're not leaving until the job is done. Your boots thud on cracked asphalt as you navigate the alley. The streetlight above flickers. You're no gangster, just a kid scurrying in a hooded jacket, a backpack heavy with tonight's shipment. "Move faster," a voice snaps from the shadows. You drop to a crouch, press against the brick wall. In your palm is a phone, loaded with orders. Drop this package at the Mercado for 50 pesos, and don't get caught. You're a falcon. The cartel's eyes and ears on the street. Your rule is simple. Run, don't resist, and above all, keep your mouth shut. A patrol car creeps past. You hold your breath, claws digging into dirt as you inch forward. Each instinct screams, "Run!" but you force calm. You deliver the bundle, a kilo of cocaine stamped with a Jaguar logo. The dealer nods, counting bills with trembling fingers. You pocket the cash, maybe 200 pesos. Your first payoff. In this moment of adrenaline, a strange pride wells up, but old fear lingers in the sweat on your palms. You realize something unsettling. You craved this danger. A cheap thrill. You think, what did I just sign up for? Always say yes, you tell yourself. Never question orders, never carry extra cash, and never look back. The city sleeps around you, but you're wide awake. You're on the lowest rung, the scout who notices the headlights and watches for rivals. You started out terrified, but now you feel a first taste of power. Small, but intoxicating. Level 2. The Dealer. 6 months later, cold coffee stains your stained shirt. You stand in a cluttered apartment-turned-stash house, surrounded by cornstarch and brick-thick blocks of crystal. You've moved up. Now you package meth by the gram for multiple street dealers. You secure the neighborhood's pipeline, 2 kilos per week flowing in. Behind you, a trusted amigo named Chino loads cash bricks into duffel bags. Today's payroll of 40,000 pesos for your crew. This is your territory. You've learned the dealer's code. Cut only when they cut, take a fair share, and never leave family behind. The cartel's structure puts small-timers like you into distributors. You've heard the bosses call you a distributor or sales rep. Rule of your rank. Loyalty is currency. Owe a debt to no one but the chain of command. Tonight, business turns bloody. In the plaza, competitors know you're moving product. Suddenly, gunfire rattles the alley. You wheel, pulling pistol from your belt. A rival dealer stands holding a pistol, demanding you flip over your stash. This defining moment of action, you squeeze the trigger before he does. Thwack. He goes down. In seconds, sirens sound in the distance. You duck into a side street. You're shaking, adrenaline hammering through your veins. A beautiful recklessness has crept in. Murder feels almost normal. You find one eye wet. Tears or sweat, it's hard to tell. The money in your pocket is real, the power a rush, but you also carry guilt heavier than lead. You step on the accelerator in your mind. This is war, and I'm winning. Level 3. The Sicario. Your hands don't shake anymore, not even with blood on them. You've become a weapon, a Sicario, enforcement. When someone talks, steals, disappears, you're the one they send. Your name spreads in whispers across Sinaloa. El Fantasma, the ghost. You move at night mostly. Motorbike, gloves, Glock with a taped grip. You don't ask who the target is anymore. You just listen for the voice that says green light, and you act. Your first sanctioned hit is a mid-level rival in Culiacan. He's having beers in a backyard. You scale the wall, silence the dog, and shoot him twice through the ribs while his cousin watches. No mask. That's the point. Fear becomes your calling card. You're paid in envelopes. 50,000 pesos. Clean. Untouched. A new gold watch shows up in your apartment with no note. Respect. The rules change again. Kill clean, don't touch innocents, and never take photos. That's how the higher-ups operate. Silent. Surgical. But your mind starts to break open. You dream about the men you've killed. You replay the way their hands reached up, always too late. You stop looking in mirrors. You start wearing sunglasses indoors. The power's undeniable. People step out of your way now. Even federales won't look you in the eye. You've stopped fearing death. You've started fearing stillness. Because when it's quiet, you hear their voices. You don't pray anymore. You don't sleep well. But your name climbs higher. You are no longer a runner. You are violence, made flesh.
Level 4. The Plaza Boss.
They call you Jefe now. Your phone buzzes constantly. Dealers, lookouts, police. You no longer carry. You command. Your plaza spans 4 barrios. Every ounce of product, every peso of profit flows through your hands. You run this section of the city like a corporation with teeth. Surveillance, payroll, logistics, bribes. Your monthly revenue crosses 3 million pesos. A lieutenant handles street ops. You handle structure. You meet with city officials at quiet ranches. They sip tequila and nod while you offer donations. The cartel sends an emissary. He wears a white guayabera and never raises his voice. He tells you one thing. Don't be loud. Don't be soft. Be permanent. You enforce with balance. Too kind, they test you. Too cruel, they rebel. So you stage a lesson. A former Sicario turns rogue. You find him hiding in a cousin's farmhouse. Your men string him from a bridge at dawn, wrapped in a banner that reads, "Loyalty is life." The message echoes. You eat at nicer places now. Your shoes are Italian. You carry no weapon. Others carry for you. You live in a guarded compound. Surveillance drones buzz overhead, yours and theirs. And yet, you feel the weight building. Every favor owed is a threat waiting to be called in. Every meeting a test of posture and tone. You sleep in silk sheets, but wake up sweating. Your mother stops asking what you do. She just lights candles. You've become a manager of shadows, accountable to men who don't forgive mistakes. You're rising fast, but the air gets thinner here.
Level 5. The Commander.
You sit at the head of a concrete table. 12 plaza bosses wait for your word. They don't speak unless you signal. Your voice sets prices. Your nod moves armies. You're now a regional commander, a coordinator of chaos. You oversee logistics across 3 states. Convoys of coke, heroin, meth. Every week, 6 tons cross the border. You don't touch the drugs. You manage the routes. The cartel's trust isn't given. You earned it. Efficient, brutal, invisible. Your contact in Mexico City warns you of upcoming raids. You move shipments hours before the federales arrive, like clockwork. You wear tailored suits now. People call you licenciado. You use encrypted apps. A private jet waits on standby. Your job? Stability. Your enemy? Disorder. When a cell turns greedy or sloppy, you crush it. Not just the leaders, the whole line. You send a truck bomb to a rival warehouse. 14 bodies. No survivors. At night, you reread financial reports, not hit lists. Your mind sharpens around control. Trust is dead weight. Fear is leverage. You no longer recognize your own voice on recordings. It sounds too calm. You see your family only through binoculars from a car across the street. Not for safety, for distance. You miss nothing. Every ally is a liability. Every smile, a weapon. You don't make threats. You change futures with one phone call. They call you the heir, because you're everywhere, but never seen. You're no longer part of the system. You are the system's architect.
Level 6. The Advisor.
Your hands never touch guns. Your name never appears on paper. Yet every kingpin calls you. You are the invisible spine of the empire, el consejero. Your voice shapes decisions that move billions. You no longer lead men. You lead leaders. The cartel's inner circle flies you in on private jets for closed-door summits. Mountainside villas, Havana conference rooms, Zurich banks. You wear navy suits and speak 3 languages. Your words carry more weight than bullets. Rule at this level is made of whispers. You broker peace between warring families over $500 million in territory. You decide who retires, who expands, who vanishes. You advise on politics, elections, judges, mining deals, arms shipments. Your reach stretches beyond drugs now, into construction, oil, land, and law. You drink scotch with governors and kiss babies beside warlords. Everyone wants your favor. No one really knows your allegiance. Your payment isn't money. It's immunity. A private island. An Interpol file erased. A nephew accepted to an Ivy League school under a false name. You don't fear law enforcement. You hire them. You once thought power was holding a gun. Now you know it's controlling who gets one. But each year, fewer people understand you. You speak in codes now. You trust no one. You sleep in different cities, change phones weekly, move funds across 14 countries. Your old self, the boy with the backpack, is a ghost. And in quiet moments, you wonder if he died back at level 1. You're no longer human in their eyes. You're something else entirely. Level 7. The Ghost. You disappear. No photos, no location, no last name. Just a code name known in whispered calls and offshore ledgers. They say you're dead, but the killings still follow your blueprint. The money still flows. The empire still breathes. You're the myth behind the machine. El Fantasma Mayor. At this level, you no longer answer calls. You place them. Once a month, maybe. Your voice is scrambled, your orders precise. One cartel rises, another falls. Presidents vanish. Markets shift. You tip the balance of entire countries from behind mirrored glass. No one knows your face. Not even your inner circle. They receive messages through layers of intermediaries. You don't check bank accounts. You own the banks. There are no meetings, no violence, just pressure applied in the right places. You fund universities, arms manufacturers, hedge funds. You create conflict, then fund its resolution. The world becomes your board game. You live beneath a fake identity in a city where no one suspects. You ride a bicycle at night. You feed pigeons. You own the skyscraper you walk past every morning. Your past is a chain of deleted identities. You no longer trust emotion. You don't feel fear or guilt, only inertia. There is no thrill left in power, only maintenance. Every once in a while, someone from your past appears on a list. You delay judgment, then delete the file. You are untouchable, but the silence around you grows louder. You've become the absence that controls everything. You are no longer in the cartel. You are the cartel's ghost. Level 8. The Architect. You haven't spoken aloud in months. Your empire runs itself. From a glass room beneath a mountain estate, you watch silent screens. Logistics, elections, executions, shipments, market reports, surveillance feeds from 12 countries. You are no longer legend. You are design. No one knows your name, only that the world bends around it. You don't carry a weapon. You've built a world where you never need one. Entire governments rotate on your advice. Wars pause when your signature appears. You've replaced blood with protocol. Gone are the shooters, the lieutenants, the messy human flaws. Your network runs on data, silence, and algorithmic fear. You read encrypted messages from heads of state. You delete most without reply. You haven't seen your family in 5 years. Not because you can't, because they wouldn't recognize you anymore. You control a $1 trillion shadow. Your enemies died decades ago. Your successors kneel before they're chosen. You've made yourself irrelevant to time. But alone, in this quiet throne, you sometimes remember the sound of your own name, the way it felt to run, to sweat, to fear. And then, a knock at the glass. A courier, 16 maybe, nervous hands, eager eyes. He delivers a package, no questions, just like you once did. He runs back toward the helipad. You turn to the screen, and for a moment, you see yourself in him. Level 1 again, wide-eyed and clueless. Somewhere out there, a runner has just started his journey. He thinks he understands the game. He doesn't, but he will.